this is exciting. We finally get to do this.
I know.
I feel like you and I have both since we got together. It was what, November of last year, so we're
Yep.
coming up on a year in our relationship with the Conti-Spec. I think that there's some unique aspects to this. Like this is not going to be a wide release from us.
No.
This is going to be pretty exclusive, and the price point on it, I'm still even surprised, and I'm the one that's building them. So I don't know who talked me into this price point, because I look at some of these other ones and I was like, uh, all right,
Yeah.
this what so do you want to tell people, how many of these things are we putting out there, and what's it going to cost somebody to get a genuine Conti spec by Martin PC?
Yeah. So we are producing 10 of these PCs only. Okay. And once the 10 are produced, that's it. That is the Conti-Spec release. And to your point about the price, I think I was the one that indicated the price point I wanted to stick around because it was just a number that, again, just thinking about what I would want, right? It was a number that I personally would feel comfortable paying for a really good gaming PC to run iRacing, among other things, obviously. But we're looking at $29.99 for this thing, which, as you said, is a hell of a deal because if you look at the comps out there, you aren't getting this for $29.99, especially like you said with the custom cooling parts and the custom cosmetic parts and just all the thought that goes into this. We even have a small vital screen in the bottom right-hand corner that you can completely customize to show whatever you want, however you want it. Like just small touches like that that often get overlooked. We've integrated all of that into this PC for a price that, again, performance for value or value for performance, like, is next to impossible to beat. So, Brian, I'm sorry that I've done this to you, but I really am looking forward to seeing the response to this once we can finally release this and make it available for sale. Because I think, given the market, this thing is a hell of a deal and it's going to go fast.
Yeah, it's a hell of a deal, and it's going to be one of those pieces that, all of us that have custom computers, we chop them up through the years, upgrades and all this. I kind of feel like the Conti spec is going to be one that, you use it for the next, 5 years, and you just retire it. You put it off to
Yeah,
the side because it's such a beautiful piece that, you're not going to want to go swapping components out of it. You're not going to want to be changing it too much, and
no, no.
which means probably in like a couple of years, or if we do the Conti spec again this year, you're going to have to retire that one. Then I'm going to have to get you another one. So I can watch the money swirl down the drain here, but it's all absolutely worth it, because it's neat to, you know athletes have shoe contracts. Heck, even NASCAR drivers have shoe contracts now. Maybe that's something that would be a little easier on the wallet for Martin, is maybe we get everybody signed to a shoe
Uh,
contract versus a computer contract. But
I don't know. Some of these shoes are pretty expensive, from what I've been told. So, but you know what? Yeah, yeah. I mean, you probably wouldn't want to go in there and start changing components. But I will say, what I was really impressed with versus some of the older style cases I've seen of yours was the was the was how easy it was to just open this thing up and get to everything. Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
some cases and some packaging, it's just tough to work with it. You've just got stuff all over the place and it's hard to get to. And here it's you just literally pop it and swivel it open and then you've got the whole front open and the back is just as easy to access. So I'm sure out of the 10 that we sell, there's going to be at least a couple people in there that are kind of DIYers, and in a couple of years, whatever, hey, maybe they want to change the GPU or they want to add a stick of RAM or something, or hey, maybe they just want to open it up and clean it. Cleaning your PC, it's something that we often overlook, but it's extremely easy to use, even for a Neanderthal like myself, to get in there and not mess anything up. So that was really nice, and I think that goes back to your points earlier about this being a custom Marden case. This is not available everywhere. Like this is your case, and this was all thoughtfully picked out by yourself, and for good reason.
Yeah, those, and those suicide doors that you're talking about, those nice glass suicide doors that are on there, those are going to be on all of our new cases, the two black cases that are coming out along with the Conti-Spec. So, you don't have to feel with the Conti-Spec that you're not getting something that we provide in all of our other computers. We try and be consistent across our entire lineup, and the Conti-Spec slots in perfectly in our extreme lineup that, say maybe the Conti-Spec isn't for you. Maybe, you just want to stick with the traditional MARDON computer. You're still getting the same level of quality, same level of craftsmanship. But the Conti-Spec is going to be a hard one to pass up. And I promise I won't dilute the value of the market by building one for myself. I will
Hey, there you go.
I will maintain the value in the market by not building one for myself. I think we'll call that one the founder's spec. I don't know, that
There
one's
you
been
go.
floated out there a few times. So well, this is exciting. So there's going to be 10 Conti specs. That's it. We're cutting production. Once we get 10 orders, that's it. It's done. Until we decide to do it again. It might be next year. It might not. I don't know. We'll have to see how many people try and strong arm us on social media. Um,
Exactly.
but those 10 are going to be handcrafted, just like the one that Michael has there. Obviously, the pictures are going to be floating around out there. We just got the artwork done on those, and everybody's going to be able to see every aspect of the Conti spec and everything that we talked about here today.
Yeah, and again, like you are going to have a personally numbered PC. Like how cool is that? Like cars have VIN numbers. We're bringing that into the computer world, and you will have a CIN with a number on it, and you will be the only one to have that numbered Conti Spec PC. I'm lucky I have number one, but I can't wait to see who has two, three, four, five, six, etc. I think that's really cool, and it just instills some additional pride in the piece. And again, it makes it that showpiece that you could proudly display by your rig. So when people come over and they're like, "What's that number for?" You can tell them like, "Yeah, every computer has one. There's only 10. I've got number whatever." I think it's really cool, and like how we take pride in our cars, and sometimes with the VINs mean and collector cars, it's going to be similar in the Conti Spec PC. So I think that's really cool as well.
Yeah, I think that's going to be great. And, I believe we're also going to be providing a certificate of authenticity
Oh,
to all of the proud owners. I owe you yours because you do have number one,
right.
that you can have to again further commemorate this PC, because it is a breakthrough for sim racers. It's a tip of the cap to you for an outstanding professional career, but not just your professional career, what you do for sim racing as a spokesman, as a coach, as a setup developer. We talked about it earlier. There's a lot of crossover between sim and real world. I wouldn't have been able to race 2021 the entire season at Oswego Speedway if I didn't have this tool available to me. While we're still working on trying to get Oswego Speedway in the sim, we can leverage other tracks, and a lot of it is racecraft. It's the basics.
Yep.
It's the feet positioning. It's the hand movements. It's the going through the checklist in your brain when you're coming to a restart. Those are all things that we can practice on sim that do translate right back to actual racing. And it's keeping those things current, that allows you the headspace for other things when you're in an actual car. And I think that it is so vitally important to be able to sit down here at my rig and just be able to go through the motions, go through the getting onto the racetrack, going through practice, doing qualifying, doing a heat race, doing a feature, and all of that racecraft stuff that goes into it is just so vitally important.
It really is. And, as iRacing gets better, as sim racing as a platform gets better, and as the opportunities get better and more real life series leverage iRacing and partner with them to bring their cars and their tracks and their series into it, it's only going to grow. and it's come a long way in the time I've been here. I've been a member since 2009, been sim racing since 2002. So a long time. So I can't imagine where we're going to be in another 20 years. So it's going to be great to be along for the ride. Hope for the people watching that they are along for the ride with MARDON PC by their side. And again, as far as this Conti-Spec goes, this has been a long time coming. This was not something that we rushed. We made sure this was right, and I am just so ready to see this thing released and in the hands of some fantastic sim racers, and look forward to seeing what everybody does with it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Folks can go out now. They can get onto the website and they can order it. But once that ticker clicks 10, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. It's all over with. So,
Done.
if you're seeing this video right now, get over to mardonpc.com, put the Conti spec in your cart and purchase it. I'm looking forward to putting each and every one of these is put together by hand by myself. You'll get a certificate of authenticity. Maybe we'll get Michael to throw in an autographed card or something to go
Yeah,
with it.
we
And
can do that.
there are going to be 10 very happy people when they get this computer.
And many that are not so happy because they missed out on it. So
Yeah, yeah. It's
sorry
I
in
feel
advance.
I feel bad for the people that are going to miss
Yep,
out on this one. So,
same here.
Michael, I appreciate your time today, and I'm glad that we finally get to launch this. I feel like we've been very successful in the first year of our partnership. I think almost everything that we've promised or thrown up there, we've been able to accomplish to some degree. A lot of that is because of you and your tenacity and being a true partner for Martin PC. So I truly appreciate that.
Well, and I thank you for everything you've done so far for my career, and I look forward to seeing what